Hello, everybody. It's another Tuesday. I'm so excited to be here and thank you for listening to me yet another Tuesday. Tuesday Champions Call. Thank you. If you're watching this live, thank you very much for being here. Thank you for your time. If you're watching this on our platform, thank you as well. I'm pretty sure that you're going to get some pretty cool information out of this tutorial. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, thank you as well. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel because we are uploading content every week. Okay. Now, as usual, every week I have some information prepared for you guys, whether if it's new vendors or new tools to do or new promotionals. So today I decided that I want to go back a little bit, to the basics for two reasons. One, because I've noticed that some of our members are not quite right on the procedures of building content on their accounts. Okay. So I wanted to make sure that, some mistakes are not made. And the second reason why we're doing this tutorial is because we got a brand new Venture for Canada team. Okay. As you probably know, and if you don't know, let me tell you, ALTHEALTH is a very proud member of the Venture for Canada um, institution. We welcome a number of interns coming from various prestigious universities, and they work with us. And we really have a blast working with them every time. We host this program about 4 times a year, and this time we got a brand new group working with us, and we are very excited to have them here. All of them, fresh from college or starting at university right now, different types of careers. And this tutorial will also help them specifically how to do the work we are intending for them to do. So without further ado, let me introduce you to what we're going to do today. Today, we are going to learn how to properly create content on ALTHEALTH. Okay? The first thing you got to know, if you're new to ALTHEALTH, first thing you got to know is that you have to register. Okay. So if you're a new member, and this is also for the VFC team, you're going to have to go to althealth.me and register. Okay. So once you register, and this is just going to click on register. Okay. I'm going to do it here. I'm going to log out of this account and I'm going to log in again. So when you click on registered, it's going to ask you to either register by using a username and a password, or registered by using your current Google account. Now listen, this is very important. Whatever you do is fine, but if you're going to register using your username and your password, you got to remember that every time that you log in, you will have to use a username and a password. Okay? If you have registered the very first time using your Google account, right, Google Plus, then every time you log in, you will have to use that same method to log in. Okay? Now, in my case, I have registered this account using Google. So when I log in again, as you can see, I'm going to use Google to log in. Okay. I use this method because it's simple. It doesn't, I don't really need to be remembering, passwords here and there. It's just simple for me. If you want to do it otherwise, please, be my guest. So you have already registered your account. You're already a member of ALTHEALTH. The next thing you got to know is that ALTHEALTH is built on different channels. Okay. Let me introduce you to all of them. These channels are, for lack of a better example, like Facebook groups. Okay. So different channels have different connotations and they have different focuses, different areas, right? So depending on what you like, you could either visit and join the wellness channel, nutrition, runners, diabetes, meditation, yoga, you name it. We got one for every group of people with a single interest. Okay. So if you're a marathon runner, obviously Runners Health, that is the group for you. That's where you're gonna find, let's say, the largest congregation of people with the same mentality. Okay, so you got to choose a channel. You can choose more than one. I mean, like, you can pick all of them, right? No problem. But remember that if you're going to be on the nutrition channel, whatever content you create is going to have to be related to nutrition, right? So no problem. In this case, I'm going to pick the wellness channel. Okay. So when I'm entering at the wellness channel, the first thing it's going to ask me is if I want to join the group. Okay. I cannot create content unless I join the group. So if you're a new member, and this is once again for our VFC team, you will have to join the group before you start creating content. Okay. Once you have joined the group successfully, which I have done just now in less than a second, I am ready to start creating content. Okay. Now, content normally comes into two different major groups, the educational one and the commercial one, which commercially it can also be educational, but at the same time, we are also providing with a solution. Okay. Now, what I'm asking from you when you're going to create educational content, be certain of your sources. Okay. Don't try to create content straight out of your head. Try to do some research, try to get around some very reputable pages, and you could get some ideas from there. For example, for this example in particular, I'm going to use this one, News Medical Life Science. I like this magazine, and I just noticed that they had a pretty interesting article about how mushrooms can affect, right, Alzheimer's disease. So because I find it to be interesting and I want to share this with the people, with the group, with the community, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the title. Okay. I'm going to take it to my wellness channel group and I'm going to click on article. This is going to take me to the content creation site and I'm going to paste the title there. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I want to introduce them to some parts of the article so I can caught people's attention. Okay. So for example, I can just write the very first part of the article, right? I can also insert the same picture. And where are you? Here. Let's say this much. Okay. No, here. There. Okay. Now, the next thing you want to know is you want to lead people to the source of your post. Okay. So what you're going to do is you want to, I normally use keep reading so I can encourage people to finish the article, right? And I'm going to embed the original link, this one, here by clicking this little insert edit link, Control V, boom, I'm done. Okay. Next thing you want to know, okay, is you got to find yourself a featured image. Now, what's a featured image? A featured image is basically the type of image that it's going to go into your article so everybody looks at it. Now, this is very important because, for example, this is the image that everybody will look at when you actually share it. So in this case, it can be anyone. Okay, it doesn't have to be specifically one. But obviously we could just kind of like look for, let's say, mushrooms, for example. We can look for mushrooms. Let's see some images, I don't know. Let's click on this one and let's save. Let's see. How about this one? All right, okay, so we save this one and we're going to upload it as a featured image. So it is the image that is going to accompany our article when we share it, okay? Here it is. There you go. And we set it as featured. There you go. Now that we have all the elements in the article, we are ready to publish. All right? And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go to the bottom of the page. We click on post. And once we get our screen cleared, we know that we have done the job. How can we prove? How can we actually check it out? We go into news. And here it is. Okay. Now, the next thing you want to do as a content creator is you want to share this article. Now, one very a very common mistake that I've seen is that you guys don't go through the platform and create a content or repurpose the content inside your ALTHEALTH platform. And when you share it, you are not sharing ALTHEALTH's technology. You're sharing, a content from a different platform. And even if people land into that article, it's not going to have an impact. Okay. And what we want is we want to create an impact. And the only way how we can create an impact, not only on our community, on ALTHEALTH's community, but also the possibility of creating even revenue for ourselves, is by sharing this link. Okay. This is the link that gets generated from the content we create. This is the link that we gotta share on our socials. I'm here on the socials. I'm on the LinkedIn page. This is the link you gotta share every time. It's the one that ALTHEALTH generates. Okay. So that is exactly what I'm going to ask you to do. I'm going to ask you to create an article, okay, about whatever it is. For our VFC team, by the way, I have already sent you some instructions. You should have to receive them by email. But you see, this is already a well shared article. Okay. Now you can tag anyone. I always advise to tag, for example, ALTHEALTH. There we are here. So I always ask everybody to tag us, because that's how we can actually reshare whatever you guys are creating and multiply the effect. There you go. You see? Those are two steps that are very important. If you're going to be a content creator, make sure that you are actually creating content on ALTHEALTH and that you are sharing that content from ALTHEALTH into your socials. Okay. The next part of it, which is going to be really quick, is you create content with a vendor in mind, right? In this case, for example, I decided to create content about shrooms. We were talking about shrooms. Everything is all about wellness. So I decided to visit this vendor. Shroomworks is one of ALTHEALTH's vendors. Right now, ALTHEALTH's marketplace holds over 18,000 SKUs, 18,000 products and solutions. So we got thousands of vendors to pick from, okay? You, as a consumer, because we always say that ALTHEALTH's members are normally consumers first, promoters later. Why? Because that's how we can actually promote a product knowing that it works. So if you're going to be new in ALTHEALTH, remember this. ALTHEALTH members are consumers first, promoters later. Always try to identify to a product that you like consuming. So whenever you actually have to review it, that review is authentic. Okay. it is real. And it's going to make a difference when you are on your socials, on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, whatever it is, right? It's going to make an impact because it's going to know that it's naturally genuine when it comes from somebody who has been taking this, all right? So try to always make it like your policy to try the products before you actually review it, okay? I say that. Every vendor normally has a blog. Blogs will give you a ton of content. And you can repurpose this in the same way how I repurpose the last article you've seen. Okay. So for example, if you want to, I don't know, a guide to turkey tail mushroom, for example, right? You get into this. This has been very well written, well curated by a vendor that exists in ALTHEALTH, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to copy the same thing, same procedure. You copy the title. Once you have copied the title, you go here where let's go to wellness again. It is the same process, same procedure. For you guys listening to me from the VFC, this is exactly what you guys have to do. I believe that I have already assigned you a few vendors to run this this exercise. So once again, you click on article and you run the same process. A guide to turkey tail mushroom. Where are we here? You're gonna put some color with some of this. Right, and let's say here. Okay. Now, obviously, you're gonna still do same thing. Keep reading. You wanna lead people to the original article. You know, always keep yourself honest, leading people to the original article. All right. Then you wanna obviously, I don't know, you wanna use I can do this. You want to put a featured image, I don't know, whatever, we're going to pick an image. Any image will do right now. Let's see. Uh, I don't know, whatever. Let's do this, okay, for the sake of the presentation. And once we have done this, we will lead people towards the marketplace, okay? Because we're talking about a product, you always want to give people the alternative of actually getting the product, right? So what you want to do is see, visit our marketplace, okay? You take it to the middle. Where is it? Here. And here is the marketplace. As you can see, in a different tab, I copy the URL, paste it, and boom, I'm ready to go, okay? I personally always like to finish by putting our logo. Oh, let's see, where can I find out? Not this one, but I always like to put some image to support, right? So it looks appealing, so it looks cool. So for example, this is how it's going to end, right? Visit our marketplace. I talk about tail mushrooms and stuff like that, right? And when I post, and I go into news, I should find it here. Okay. So this is the exercise that I would like you guys to do. Okay, always create content that it's educational, but at the same time, you can create content with a commercial angle. Okay, look at this. Like, visit our marketplace. If I click here, people can actually go visit the marketplace and find thousands of solutions for different pathologies, for different purposes, right? So I hope this is clear, guys. This is how you actually create content, and you can repeat it, and you can, hey, I've seen people embedded videos. I've seen some really cool articles. It's all about being creative, but the process is the same. You can get inspiration elsewhere, but you generate the content in Alt Health, and it is the Alt Health URL, the one you actually need to share. Okay? If you have any questions, feel free to write to me. Jorge@althealth.me. I'll be more than happy to answer any question. And thank you. Thank you very much for once again showing up here. Thank you for all your support. We are growing every week. We are more, and it's amazing how many people are so engaged with alternative health. Okay. And we love you all. From Alt Health to you, thank you so much for your support. I'll see you next Tuesday. Goodbye.